when I called him, he informed me that I had Stockholm Syndrome and was trying to gaslight me into me saying I was an abused victim, and I'm not.
Drop it now. We'll watch it on stream. I don't hit anybody. I haven't watched the Lummox video in a minute.
Wings made a wild appearance on the Discord and truly crashed out. There's not... I mean, we're going to go through and read all this. There's a lot to go through, and it's a crash out. But he had some choice words for me, for Rastov. We're all e-beggars now, apparently, according to him, which is wild. I mean, I think there's videos getting millions of views calling out Wings as an e-beggar, but whatever. All right, let's talk about this. All right, let's talk about this. Wings was in the Discord, and he said, you have to be starved for 2 weeks. Let me share this with you guys. There's way more that was being said. I don't know what is going on with our DACA team. I give them the most simplest task, and this is all we have. You be starved for 2 weeks, beaten down every day while you're not able to take your meds because you're not eating because people drink every night and eat up all the food. So he's complaining about fat camp. Then he said a 5-minute crash out isn't that bad. I think he's assuming, talking about fat camp.
Yeah.
And then he says, it happens every Friday night all over the world, and you're acting like it's the end of the world. I'm going to say, all right, it happens every Friday night all over the world, and you're acting like this is the end of the world. I'm no good, terrible person for having emotions, so more justification for the fat camp incident.
Super chatted $20. Boogie is scared he'll be like Wings.
I'll never be worthless, motherfucker. I bring more entertainment to this show than this lump of fat could ever fucking do.
99 cents.
Wings also said, because she did the same shit when I was fighting with Keem and I told her to stop getting in front of me, I don't want to knock you down. So more justification for what happened.
Look,
Wings said he passed his anger management class. I said, laughing my ass off. And he said, you think someone I won't think about again after I leave the server is getting me mad? So apparently people were saying he was mad. Yeah. And he said, yeah, and I would told them what happened, and I was going to yell at someone. A bunch of people grabbed me and pushed me back way through, and I knocked someone over.
Super chatted $19.
okay, and why is there a position for me to sit here?
Because Jordy flips shit. We're reading it right now. If you'd shut the fuck up, we could read it. If you'd stop smirking out, we can read the goddamn thing.
All right, guys, let's get back to it. Then I noticed what was going on, obviously, and I responded, and he said, here's the answer. Drop Rastov and bring on Becky. Becky is the best replacement for me. Rastov.
No, okay, that's so stupid, and I'll tell you why. You don't cannibalize a successful show to make another one slightly better. You have 2 successful shows. Don't destroy one. Dude, that doesn't make any sense. That's a dumb thing. That's an ego thing.
You think the answer would have been, let's not fucking powerbomb my wife?
Oh, you do it! I have another point to make. I have another point to make. What he's saying here right now is an ego thing.
In 20 minutes, we'll get there.
I'm literally defending you. If you shut up, you dumbass motherfucker.
Purple
shut the
super
fuck
chat,
up.
$20. This one's just to interrupt Keem. Boogie likes boys.
I don't know what I do a little bit, but adult men.
Super chatted $19.99.
Thoughts on this? Wing says that you shouldn't be on here. It should be Becky.
I don't want to replace him. I just want to be myself. And, like, the thing is, right, you can't sit there and complain about the show that you fucked up, right? Like, he could literally be here right now. I could still be on Aussie building my own fucking channel.
Fucking with me. No one wants to see you eat on this show. It's so disrespectful. Stop.
Then I'll eat when I leave the room.
Stop leaving the room. That's the other thing.
Stop smoking during it. Nobody wants to see you fucking smoke.
I'm only smoking because I'm stressed out of my mind, and I need a...
What? The banana! Why did I get him eat the banana?
Okay,
why did I get him eat the goddamn thing?
Dude, you're eating a banana because you like fucking phallic feeling in your mouth.
You super chatted $20.
So I said to Wings about replacing with Becky. Becky would have been okay, but also a major headache. Rastov has earned his spot. He's great for the new direction of the show in season 3. And then, you know, the thing is like our DACA team put this in the wrong order. So I'm literally reading this wrong order. Like they don't. So Wing says, explain to me the Eric shit. Why we do shit we don't want to do. So you can't do shit you want to do later. Call that shit, dude. This is so fucking out of order. God.
Oh, they suggested him doing like a show with Eric, and then he just kind of like popped off on Eric.
The spicy
Explain to Eric
Italian
why we
super
do
chatted
shit we don't wanna do.
$19.99. Jiggly Kong needs a nana.
Wings went on to say, Madhouse is the only show that stands on its 2 feet and needs time to bloom. Nerds has the ability to be a hit, but you're putting them at 2. Test and Aussie both need to be gone. The safe move is to cancel 50% of the shows. The second I signed over my ownership, I knew I was long for lolcow world because I don't do well with people telling me what to do. Then he also said, remember, you pay money to talk to me. I don't pay money to talk to you. And then he said, let's be real. You put a camera on you 24/7 since your ass is perfect.
He was just arguing and fighting with like everybody,
there was so
dude.
much. There's literally so much.
Yeah, it was like 10,000 messages, and you just decided.
Yeah, it's like
not
6
to
or 7
believe it.
pages of just like back and forth.
Yeah, I mean, if Scully can't do that, she's like incapable to do this job. It's just that simple. What really hurt her was to have burnt out boyfriend. So I don't know what he's talking about there. Let me get to the Rastov stuff. Twiggy is a snake, and one of the most reasons I didn't come back.
Join another show in the network. The only reason I stayed as long as I did was for Boogie and Kelly.
Yeah, so just so you know, this is like one of those tweets, Scully, that is mandatory that we would need, or one of these posts. I'm not going to make a product and give someone else 50% of the profit after YouTube takes 30% and Uncle Sam takes 22%. Really? Because if we do the math, Wings, you made more money working on this show than you ever have on your own. So
yeah. Also, if he started a new show, it would get flooded with 2,000 referral people that he's not getting that on his channel. Last time I tuned in, it was like 250 on his channel, 300.
Me and Boogie went into the Locale Live account today to like see who's on it or whatever, because we had to kick Wings off now that he's clearly not coming back and put Rastov on the account. We noticed that he was just on the account 7 hours ago. So we think he was probably looking at our stats. So we had to remove his account and his number and shit like that off the account. And when we were doing that, we noticed there were third-party apps connected to our email, which is our account here at Locale Live. And those third-party apps were gaming websites, like gaming forums. Somehow this email was connected to it. Car forums, car websites. Somehow our account was connected to it. And fucking OnlyFans. I'm not joking. The email attached to this channel logged into OnlyFans.
Yep.
Maybe it was for research purposes.
Certainly wasn't me. It was either Boogie or Wings.
Well, it definitely wasn't me. I don't look. You know, I've been burnt out on porn since the year 2000.
He said, I can get a cut of the middlemen out. I would do it myself. If I can cut the middleman out, I would do it myself. He goes, honestly, I don't fit on the podcast anymore. If I came back, I'd have a begging cup with a coin or something in it to shake every time they want to spend 45 minutes e-bagging, which is wild to me that he's calling
that
us.
would be funny. That'd be more entertaining than the half shows that Rastov's done.
He goes, they're messing up left, right, and center right now. It's because no one is there to talk sense. All right.
Where have we messed up? We had a better than average month.
Yeah, he said, move the show back to 8 p.m. so you isolate all your Euro viewers.
Okay. I will be.
Move the show back to 8 p.m. so you isolate your Euro viewers. He says, you replace me with a guy who lives on the other side of the world who will never question any American politics or have any real pulse on American topics. He said, remember when he said you replace me with a guy who lives on the other side of the world? He said, you moved the show back 2 hours while obviously you are clock watching the entire time. Rastov can be a good dude, but he isn't going to push boundaries. Crash Out, I decided not to come back honestly. So that's directly from Wings. Then, do you guys remember that Simi girl that was flirting with Wings?
Yes.
He went on to say, Simi, that chick was trying to fuck me. She wasn't trying to bang me. She was hassling me in hopes I'd bite. I've been in this game way too long to fall for the pussy grift.
We fell for it several times in the past, if I remember.
He's picking on me. And then eventually he like left the server. This was going on for hours, and you can see he's messaging in main chat like every 2 minutes with something new. And then eventually he left the server. And apparently he said some clips.
Worst smelling LCU member?
I think this is what he said.
Worst smelling LCU member? The only one that smelled bad was fucking Boogie when he had like that titty rash.
Oh, okay.
But Boogie usually doesn't smell bad. Like he smells bad when he had that rash, but I think it's just because that rash was smelling like shit.
That's true. I mean, if anybody's thinking Fat Cap, it was either Ray. I mean, me.
Now we have all the fucking DMs, or all the stuff he was saying. Do the world a favor and buy a couple cats and get the hoarding problem. He's fighting with Twisted Puppet, fighting with Twisted Puppet. I choose to walk away, he says. I lost
No,
my
he says
chance.
I choice to walk away.
Obscenities.
Because she did the same shit when I was fighting with Keem and I told her to stop getting in front of me. So we read that. We did read that. Just tell me when to stop, Boogie. You're watching this, right?
Yes.
If you see anything interesting, tell me when to stop.
Dude.
Here he is defending himself, explaining what he's doing. He's just playing fucking Diablo and fucking around and
Chris LH
putting on 50
99
pounds.
super chatted $20.
All right, guys.
What's up with every employee of Locale looking like a Discord mod lol?
We're lolcows, just right in the title of the show. By the way, Jordy, who will not give his wife money to walk a 5K, by the way, those are 4K. Those run about $40 to $50. Apparently, I Googled it. You can Google it too. I think that's about how much they run. Spends $40 a day in fast food. If you put on 15 pounds, you're eating. You're spending money, man. Like, give your wife the money.
So he said men in his family let me just make these bigger. All right. I pretty much have been a shell of myself for the last month, and I've gained 15 pounds. We knew that. My day is filled with Diablo 2 and helping Kelly with her degree and sleeping. I was just hoping this one doesn't last 4 years like the last time he got depressed.
It doesn't have to. It doesn't have to. If you do the work, go see a therapist, talk to a therapist. They will help you.
Mm-hmm. I can only hope I pass away in my sleep. So
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. See, this is why Scully needs to be fired, truly. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she was trying to feed us those screenshots. Like, this is why she should be fired. Like, you're ruining my show. Like, what are you doing? But yeah.
I can only hope I pass away in my sleep, he said. Christ.
Yeah.
That's fucked.
That's rock bottom. I mean, Jordy's at rock bottom. God damn, man.
How many times did we get on the phone with Jordy and try to find a path back to have him on the show? How many times? How many? Like 5,
12.
6? Like
I swear, like 12,
maybe
man.
12. I don't know. We were talking to him every day. We're like, okay, how do we get a path back for Jordy back on this show? We tried. He shot us down every time. Then, before I announced Rastov, it was a full 3 days, 4 days before, maybe a week before. I don't know how many days. I tried to get a hold of Jordy every single day. Every day.
I know I'm in a group text. I know.
I'm literally texting Kelly and being like, Kelly, is he okay? I need to talk to him. Before I made the decision of Rastov, I just wanted to have a conversation with Jordy. He wouldn't get on the phone with me. So now, after I fucking hire Rastov, then he comes to our Discord to shit on us that we're idiots and we're doing. I could not get on the phone with him, but he's in our Discord all last night. The business side with me and Jordy is destroyed. It can never be rebuilt. People are in the chat and they're saying this is PKA 2.0. Bro, at the end of Fat Camp, I even sent a text to Wings and I said, you will not get PKA'd. I promised him that. And then he went out of his way, in my opinion, to make sure he got PKA'd. Like, it's so insane to me. Like,
No, PKA didn't even buy him out. You had the decency to pay him a severance his last month and take good care of him. You actually did.
Words can't express how much I tried to save this and make this still exist. It's self-sabotaging. That's exactly what it is, Ashers. He self-sabotaged this. And you know, Boogie, you were there every step of the way with me.
He said in these texts, in one of the messages, he said he's happier earning $40 in 2 hours doing DoorDash than he is earning $200 pouring mustard on himself. He said, basically, he says he's happier doing menial jobs than he would be this. And I don't know if that's true.
He has too much pride.
He just doesn't seem very happy. When I read something like,
way
I
to
just
say,
hope I
man, it's
passed away in
fucked.
my sleep. Yeah, that's how I felt in 2018. And Keem helped me out of that, right? And that lasted till 2022 when Keem gave me the fight and gave Jordy the fight, right? And just,
Boogie,
I don't
do
know,
you
man. I'm
honestly
sorry.
think
This
bringing
isn't
him
good
back?
content. This isn't good
Like,
content. I'm sorry.
just answer me one question, bro, without like yelling at me, please. Like, do you honestly think that bringing him back to this show would be good for his mental health with the
John
way
J.
that
super
like
chatted
the chat
$20.
is?
And to answer your question, Rastov, no. This show, with him coming back, would be horrible for his mental health. But you also need to just face the music, all right? You think I wanted to fucking go live with donuts and mermaids and fucking deal with everyone fucking picking on me, right? Now, granted, I didn't do a crime or like, you know, put hands on a woman or anything like that. But still, it was embarrassing as fuck. Like, the only way to deal with it is to go live and just deal with it. You gotta take your fucking licks, all right? Everyone gets to clown on you. Everyone gets to talk their shit at you. That's how it is. And then once everyone gets it off their chest, the next day gets a little bit easier. And the next day gets a little bit easier. And the next day gets a little bit easier. You have to take accountability, right? You know, we're still seeing wings of excuses, right? You know, it's like, and this comes after he puts out a statement and takes accountability on Twitter like a month ago. You know, like you got to come up and be like, I'm wrong, and you got to sit there and let that TTS just beat your fucking ass. Because once
White Dogger
everyone
super chatted $20.
gets it out of their
Team,
system,
This is obviously a cry for sympathy. We saw this way back in the day when he posted bullets on his Facebook page saying he was gonna off himself. You and Blade tried to talk him off the ledge once already.
I remember that.
This is him.
But I mean, it's like Boogie, dude, with the cancer arc thing. He had to show up to work and he had to take those licks. You know, he had to get punched in the face every single day for a week, right? And guess what? That's what makes you stronger. That's what gets you through it. The running away that Wings has been doing ever since this happened is only causing people to chase him. If he would just turn around, face it head on, right? They'd punch him a few times with verbally, I mean, right? And then it would be over. But he's been running away. He's been making it this excuse, that excuse. That it's someone else's fault. This is happening. Boogie and Keemstar are fucking making the worst decisions ever. Kelly tripped. You know, it's like, bro, it's like you just got to take your hits.
I know you're right. If he came back to the universe, he couldn't be on the main show. He can't do live events. He's scary. He's dangerous. People wouldn't show up because of what happened. I know he's not great to work with. I know. I get it. I understand. I
give him help. I promised him I would help him right after it happened. After it happened.
He said no.
He was in his cabin still blaming Kelly in the moment. I talked to a crying Kelly. Mike was right next to me, and I told Kelly that I would help him like I helped Boogie. I made that promise, and he won't let me help him. Look what he put in the chat. He goes, remember, I'm an overweight, wife-beating PDF who kills animals in his free time.
Jesus Christ.
Like, so he's obviously not serious about those things. He's saying what the internet is accusing him of being. You look like it's shit talking and it's just me being myself. Even if it is worse than that, it doesn't make you a monster. Either people make mistakes and they're allowed to atone for them. You're not atoning for them. Mike isn't a bad person. Mike started drinking during fat camp, and I'm sure that played a part, most likely into a screaming match, but it was still when the cops came. I mean, look, we're not supposed to be speaking about this Mike stuff because of lawyers and everything else, and I'm pretty sure Mike and Wings talked about this, and he's just outing what happened there, you know, a screaming match. The thing is, YouTube makes it popular and profitable to hate on me, so they do it.
Oh my God. It says, if you were a part of my 150 viewer streams, you'd know this. Is he down to 150 people watching?
The Mike situation, I said my piece on it. If you were part of my 150 viewer streams, you already know this. God, this is just sad. Breezy gets away with it. At some point, he said in here that Breaking Banquet needs to get banned. I don't know where that is. Unless I just missed it. People look at his videos and they actually... oh, right here. Breaking Banquet needs to have his channel taken down People look at his
Why?
videos like it's the actual truth. Now, I'm sorry, but isn't Banquet one of the nicer channels that covers wings?
Yes, I don't know why he's going after him. In fact, I have watched every Breaking Banquet since Jordy left the show, and I'm not entirely certain what he thinks he's wrong about. It's mostly just about how depressed and sad he is.
And then he said, I love animals. I would never hurt them purposely.
Well, unless you count humans as animals.
Then Tuffy brought up the cat, and he said, I paid for that cat 10 times or 50 times over. This is talking about Becky, and he's responding to me. Good. He goes, it's funny I made a career out of camping and Call of Duty, but that shit in real life sucks.
Okay, that's funny.
He said,
See, that's something you want to learn to do is make jokes occasionally, Rostov.
He said, I might be 0 and 3 on camping trips, but I'm 2 and 0 versus surgeries. We'll buy the bridge back and make a new truck. We'll do a GoFundMe so people come. Dude, he was on one.
Dude, it was insane. I was trying to do a show while this shit was going on.
He's talking about
I was so distracted.
He's talking
Yeah,
about God, Buggy.
I was going to say, to be honest, I did not expect him to crash out at all. I didn't think he cared about the show anymore, and this proved he
Liana
does.
Taylor super chatted.
He said, it's bad when I see being off the show as I don't have to go to California or Buffalo in the next couple months, laughing out loud. And this is what I wish, like, I know there's so many people that want wings back. Me and Boogie wanted wings back. I get it, right? But this is one of those things that you guys don't see behind the scenes. Like, he does not want to go anywhere or do anything that is going to propel the show to make it bigger. I got another secret I'm really good at. I'm good at Rainbow Six as well. Dark Souls as well. I bought a house with all the Call of Duty. I could play it cold and beat most people on the planet. I was flexing about Call of Duty. What else did he say here? Camping requires me to go outside. It's just like, oh, jeez.
Yeah, he really doesn't like leaving the house or doing things, which is sad.
Explain to me why. Okay, I know the Eric thing. Craft IQ. God, I wish I had this the first time. You're using the word self-preservation. I know how I was raised. What accountability do you want from me? You want me to hold my head down in shame until the end of time? You never faced the music, Jordy. Like, you came on that one show, and I'm happy that you did, and everybody at TTS, everybody attacked you, right? You had to do probably 3, 4, maybe even a week more of shows like that, and then it would have stopped, and then we could have moved on. We could have picked up the pieces after you got destroyed by everyone, and we could have moved forward, but you just stopped talking to me and Wings after coming on one time.
Yeah.
By choice. He said, nobody can be better than me. And if you lie to yourself, it's just because it makes life easier. You're cheating yourself. I think he's talking about on the show.
But he literally took himself off the show. Like, this is what pisses me off. Is like, I'm coming into this like tainted, right? Because I'm coming into a seat with him. Obviously, he was who he was. But like, he literally could be here right now. He literally could be sitting here doing the show with you guys, talking about literally something else. It just fucking.
Normally we don't read little donos, but Clinton donated $2 and said Keem forced Wings off his psych meds. Now that is true. We did try to convince him to get off of it, and he did get off of it, right? Here's the thing, though. When that came up again after the incident that happened at Fat Camp when he was on the show, he said that he was back on them. He actually went back on them. So I don't know what the truth is. I don't know if he was on them or he wasn't on them when this happened. I proved multiple times. I stand on business, he says. I got no bitch in my blood, which, bro, I don't know, dude. Not facing the music seems like bitch in your blood, but that's just, that's a different.
Yeah, true.
I'm sorry, it does. Accountability, nah, son. I accepted accountability. The internet doesn't allow you to be forgiven. Well, you got to take your hits. You went off.
We put out the statement, and then no one like accepted it right away, and then he just doubled back down on what he said before that. So it's like it made people feel like it wasn't genuine.
Right.
The issue is he went to his own personal channel where people get banned, people get silenced, and that's his safe bubble. You know, that's where he went, you know? I'm sorry, but that's how it comes across, you know? Someone in the chat asked what PKA was. That was his first podcast that he got kicked off many years ago for not going to a camping trip. He said, I didn't say I was never coming back. I said I wouldn't do another show. So now, see, this is confused. This is at 6 a.m., guys. At 6 a.m. So, like, all the other stuff that we read before was before, all right? Now this is getting in order. At 6 a.m. in the morning, Rastov's sleeping, Boogie's sleeping, I'm sleeping. No, we're not even on anymore. Now it's turned into, I never said I wasn't coming back. Maybe you should tell me and Boogie that.
Yeah.
Don't you think maybe it would be a good idea you tell us that? Cool. A lot of people have fan bases who hate them. They're called snark communities. I mean, there's just so much here. We're almost to the end. I think we can probably get through this.
Yep.
Some guy calling him low IQ. He's not even mad. I just clicked over here because he was bored. I just hate people calling me stupid because I don't hold a word view they have. A man chooses, a slave obeys.
What?
Jesus.
He said some wild stuff in here. I'm saying I don't factor happiness into my choices. That's clear. That is very clear.
Yeah.
The truth is, pain is the price you pay to live life, and you never pay it down. Damn.
What?
That's some dark shit. Look at this.
I'm currently the happiest I've ever been. Fuck you.
I'm happier making $40 door dashing than I am pouring mustard on my head for $500.
Shit. $500. I pour mustard on my head right now. Who's got $500?
Boogie, this next one is truly important. Remember how he said in the Discord, I never said I wasn't coming back. Remember how he said that? Look what he says just a little later. He says, I told them multiple times I didn't think I was coming back.
Yes, he sure did.
So it's like, what? This goes against what you just said before. Look at this. I told him multiple times that I didn't think I was coming back. I can do my own and keep 100% of the profits, but it's way less money. Like, way less money. Not even remotely close. Shit.
Yeah.
Percentages don't mean shit when it comes to the actual dollars. Like, if the math...
Right. Like, would you rather have 25% of $1 million, or would you rather have all of 100,000? That's a pretty easy fucking choice, ain't it?
Exactly. I don't know.
Yeah, easy.
Dude, anyhow. So I can make 25% of a show and do all the work? What?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Does he think he was doing all the work here?
That's what he's saying.
He did about as much as Rastov.
I would have quit a year ago if Kelly didn't want me to stay. So he wasn't here for us. He was here for fucking Kelly.
Kelly, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, the last two streams, the last 2 days, I'm not mad. I just type aggressively. I can't have kids anyways. Oh, God.
Oh, God.
I'm cool with conflict. I just don't want to travel halfway around the world to be shit on over and over again. Like, come on, bro.
That damn pride gets in his way.
I signed up for a podcast and it turned into a drama community.
Fucking loser.
He said, right, I don't want to be a lolcow host. I never did the money. It was just good. I couldn't in my right mind quit. Okay.
But then he did quit. So you're not in the right mind, then are you?
Oh, God, there's 2 more pages. Oh, my God, there's so much more.
I told you, bro. This thing goes on for fucking ages.
Oh, God, there's so much more. I'm never going to get to the bottom.
No.
Where is the
You got
bottom?
4 minutes.
Oh, wait,
You're
that might be
at the bottom. That was it.
That might be the bottom. And then he left. Left. He literally left our server. So he's not in the Discord anymore, which is wild.
Looks like this stream's getting deleted.